Del Mar, what's going on? It's Chris, your marketing guy. I'm out here, beautiful Del Mar racetrack right behind me, city of Del Mar. Listen, I'm a local marketing guy. I help local businesses, small businesses with SEO, with AI automations, and I know there's a lot of people searching in the area for help with those things, which is why I came down here. A little bit about me: I live in Los Angeles. I do local marketing. I helped my friend launch his fence company. I built his website, got him on Google and Yelp. 5-6 years later, things are going great. And so now I'm trying to grow my marketing business by finding more local businesses to work with who need a marketing guy. So I'm your guy. This is a bit of an experiment. I said, can I come down to San Diego and film in all the little towns? I'm here in Del Mar now. I was just in Solana Beach over the hill. Before that, I was in Encinitas, right? Yesterday I hit North Park and University Heights and Kearny Mesa, and I plan on hitting all the little towns in and around San Diego because I'm doing a hyper targeting test. I'm in the area. Everybody wants to honk. Why do they want to honk? Who cares? I'm in the area. I want to do hyper targeting videos, right? So I'm going to tag the video in this location. And I'm hoping I reach business owners like you, small business owners, people looking to start their own business in Del Mar. I'm going to go through my list of the top 20 businesses in Del Mar and the kinds of businesses that could probably use a marketing guy like me. And again, this is ChatGPT giving me the list. So if you live here or work here and you think the list is not quite right, just put your corrections down in the comments, okay? But number one on the list is fine dining restaurants, okay? So fine dining restaurants definitely can always benefit from having a marketing guy in a number of ways. But how can they benefit from AI automations, right? Okay, so before we get to the automations, what does a fine dining restaurant or really every local business need to do? They need to be on Google, they need to be on Yelp, right? And there are other business directory listings you might also want to get on that you may not be familiar with. For example, your restaurant here in Del Mar will need to be on the navigation systems for Toyotas and Mercedes and all the different vehicles that have their in-dash navigation systems, right? You want to make sure your business is showing up there so when people are either in the neighborhood or visiting, right? And they're using their in-dash navigation, they're not necessarily using their phone to search for your fine dining restaurant here in Del Mar. Your business will still come up. And this goes for all types of local businesses everywhere, really. But that's something I can specialize in. It's something I can definitely help you out with. It's getting listed on all those business directories. Let's move on to number two. Number two, upscale cafes, bakeries, and brunch spots. So, similar to number one, this is really in the broader restaurant niche, right? And what are some other ways restaurants can benefit from having a local marketing guy, someone to help with their SEO, or getting them set up with AI automations. Another big one comes down to having an AI voice agent. This is a really new and growing tool that a lot of people are starting to take advantage of. A year or two ago, it seemed sketchy to have AI answer your phone, right? It wasn't that good and it was really expensive. But not only has the price gone down and will continue to go down, but the skill and complexity of these AI voice agents is only getting better. So in what way does having an AI voice agent for your business, for your cafe, help? Well, number one, if you're on a limited staff and they're busy, they're jamming, it's lunchtime, you got a rush coming in, do you really want them interrupted in the middle of that service just to stop and answer the phone, right? Additionally, how do you think they're going to answer that phone, right? Do you think they're going to be in the best of mood if they're really frustrated because there's a big line and they're doing a bunch of things? Probably not, right? So having an AI voice agent will always answer the phone. It'll never miss a call. It can handle multiple calls at once. So if you have 2 or 3 people calling to place an order, not only that, it can take the order, right? It can integrate your menu system, integrate your point of sale system. So this way, those orders come up in your existing POS system, right? So those orders go straight to the kitchen. They just get added to the queue. And so you can handle an influx and those volume during high traffic periods a lot smoother if you do incorporate an AI voice agent with an automated connection to your existing point of sale system. Not only that, let's go back to the fine dining restaurant as an example, right? You can also have it take the reservations and integrate that into your booking system. So that way your hostess, she looks at the screen, whatever she's looking at, she can see, oh, yep, the reservation has been added, right? It can also go read from your existing reservations and say, oh, sorry, we don't have an available appointment or reservation. We don't have any reservation spots available until 7:30, right? So it can have that two-way communication with an integration. And that's all integrations are, right? And automations. It's a way for us to like custom connect all of your different apps so they can talk to each other and update each other in real time. So, okay, so those were restaurants, right? And of course, I'll also mention this, customer management systems like email and text. You can let people know about upcoming menu changes or seasonal specials. You can shoot out coupons if you want to when times are a little slow. And you can also automate the review process. And again, a lot of what I'm going to go through now is going to apply to a bunch of different businesses, because really when it comes to local businesses, local services, the needs are pretty much the same, right? It might differ in how they're implemented, but everyone can use an automated review system, meaning as soon as they close out a customer, an invoice shows is paid, that customer gets an automatic email or text message with a link to your Google or to your Yelp asking for that review, And I'll tell you something else about reviews. We can always learn a lot more from one bad review than we'll learn from like 100 good reviews, right? Because what happens when you get that 1-star review? You do everything in your power to reverse it, right? So you reach out to the customer, yes, and what's wrong? How can we help? You try to address them publicly, and show some patience, maybe some empathy, right? But, and I'll say this, with our fence business in LA, like I've gotten a number of 5-star, 1-star reviews reversed, simply just by reaching out and talking directly with the customers. So that's something you might be able to do as well. And again, those help us learn, right? When we're running our business. So, okay, number 3, boutique clothing stores, women's luxury / resort wear, e-commerce. Integrating or growing your e-commerce is critical these days, especially if you're trying to expand your business, right? More people are getting accustomed to shopping online. You can reach more customers by offering stuff online. Maybe you have e-commerce, but you want to grow it because it's not performing as well. What can we do to improve that performance? Again, what's old is new again. So that means your technical SEO, your on-page SEO, right? And this is huge for getting your product, service, or business also inside of ChatGPT's knowledge base, especially when it comes to that on-page SEO and the structured layout of their text, right? No, you can't just saturate keywords anymore, right? What you've got to do now is you've got to write contextually. You've got to answer questions, right? You can't just like litter keywords a bunch of times over the thing, repeating it in like some of this nonsensical language, because the AI crawlers, the LLMs, are actually really good at detecting gibberish from contextual information. So maybe you need a guy like me to go through and like rewrite stuff for you to help improve that. So that's something I can help you out with. Of course, if you want to hire me, you can click the link below to go to my website, reach out to me. I also offer microservices, meaning I don't charge you a monthly recurring cost, right? I just do like one-off small things at a time, especially useful if you're a small business that's just getting started, you're on a limited budget. Committing to a $500 or $1,000 recurring cost every month it's a lot to ask, right? That's like basically having, a full-time employee. And, you might say, well, we want maybe not full-time, probably like part-time, but, on some level, you do need to hire someone in that capacity who's going to give you like part-time employee sort of like meet some expectations, especially when it comes to marketing. But again, it kind of helps people out that the services can be just purchased one-off, do one thing at a time, right? We could talk, so just reach out. Okay, so I'm going to move on here. Art galleries, number 4 in Del Mar. So art galleries seem to be a common type of local business here in the coastal communities. Having a friend who's an artist, I understand this intimately. It's all about having that email list or that text message list available of collectors especially. So this way, when you have a new artist getting ready to premiere in your gallery and it appeals to a certain type of collector and you have a curated list of those collectors, It makes outreach so much easier. And if you want to, let's say perhaps you have a wider list, this is where audience segmentation comes in handy too, and especially in email, meaning you're predefining your audiences, and you can have a big audience that's more general, and then you can have your specifically defined audience, like just urban collectors, just minimalist collectors, just abstract collectors. I'm just using examples here. So this way, when you send your message out, it can be more tailored to the needs and expectations of that list, right? So your messaging can be more direct and more impactful. But nevertheless, you might want to make sure your gallery is packed on the premiere night for your next new artist. And so you've got your general admission list. You know, people who come, they're not necessarily collectors, they're not necessarily going to buy, but they're going to show up with 2 or 3 friends and have a glass of wine, right? So it's a good feeling to show the artist that, hey, you know, there's a lot of people who are going to come. It beats the heck out of having an empty gallery on any premiere, that's for sure. So that's just a couple ways for our galleries to use marketing. And again, reach out to me if that's something you'd be interested in. Okay, number 5, interior design studios. I noticed Solana Beach also listed interior design studios. You know, this is going to help, your SEO is going to help when it comes to keywords here, because perhaps you focus on a particular type of design, or you're influenced by a particular kind of designer. This helps you differentiate. And you know, with all the businesses I'm mentioning here, I'm not really trying to work with every business in town, because a lot of the big established players, they're going to have their own internal marketing guys dialed in. I'm really reaching out to the smaller business owners, the newer business owners, the ones who know they need to do something to compete with the more established players in town. And you just need a little bit of an edge right now. You just need to give yourself a little bit of an advantage. And having a local marketing guy like me in your corner is going to help. So again, reach out to me if it's something you're interested in. Number 6, real estate agents and luxury brokers. Obviously, the luxury brokerage is going to apply a little bit more to this community and the coastal communities, because the property value of the area, we'll just say, right, is probably higher than average. So SEO and automated follow-ups for your CRM are also going to be huge here. Again, it's that differentiation, it's that edge. It's when people are searching for real estate agents in Del Mar, how do you outrank and show up higher on the list, right, in those search results? That's where SEO comes into play. And if you have an advantage over your competitors, you're going to have that many more sales. And let's be honest here, 1 extra sale a year, how much is that worth, right? So something to think about. Okay, number 7, med spas and facial studios. Number 8, fitness studios, Pilates, yoga, small gyms, right? Those are both in sort of like your health and wellness categories. And here in Del Mar, just like anywhere else, they're going to benefit from having SEO advantage, right? And automating those reviews. You're probably maybe giving out a free first introductory class, right? What you want to be able to do is automate that follow-up, where it automatically sends them that text or that email. Click here to sign up, click here to join, right? Or click here to leave a review. Or maybe it's internal. Click here to answer our survey. How did you like your complimentary class? What can we improve on, you know? Automations just help a ton. And again, because if you're really doing your job well, and I'm doing my job well for you, you don't want to have to worry about that follow-up after that first session for the new customer. You need to pivot to your next session and the people in front of you. And so the more you automate, right, and this goes hand in hand with AI, it's not about replacing people. It's about freeing yourself up to do and focus on more important things to run your business. And that can make all the difference.
Open your pocket.
All right, professional services. Number 9, estate planning, law firms, accountants. This is the first time I've seen this on the list in the different areas. Maybe there's a higher concentration of accountants and lawyers here. Wouldn't surprise me, you know, it's such a beautiful place. Gosh, I thought Solana Beach was beautiful. Now I get it. Del Mar, you know, I got the iconic racetrack behind me, but I feel like I should have had the beach over there. But I'm going for iconography here. SEO, right? You got to compete with SEO. And also too, there could be some use for automations, meaning that your internal business processes that normally get done manually, right, where you might have to update something here and then there and then there. If we can get those different software apps to talk to each other, you can update the information in one place and it'll send that information and update it in all the others. And we can build custom solutions like that. And then you might also benefit from having an AI voice agent answer your phone. Because again, one missed phone call, what do? They go to the next number on the list. But if you could guarantee every phone call gets answered, and it can answer questions, and it can book your consultations for you, I mean, that could even free up your receptionist or your paralegal to focus on more important things in the office as well. Again, just ideas here, but you can see how this works, right? Okay, number 10, jewelry shops / fine gifts, right? E-commerce, expanding, right? Maybe you carry a particular brand of a product, right? That not a lot of other places do. You want to make sure people who are fans of that brand can find your business and order from you. And then maybe you haven't even done e-commerce yet. Maybe you're thinking about it. Maybe you run it from home, right? And maybe you want to increase your sales from your home-based e-commerce business. Maybe you're hand making your own jewelry, right? Or doing your own paintings, or whatever it is that you do. This is where SEO also plays a huge factor, because having that technical SEO dialed down at the product level on your e-commerce website is going to help make sure Google is showing those results, and as well as AI. I know you're going to see a common theme here. I'm going to try to keep this moving. These videos tend to run long. I'm trying to figure out a way to shorten it. But again, I'm also repeating myself because I'm targeting business owners and local businesses, entrepreneurs in these smaller geographic regions. So if you're a business owner in Del Mar, you run a local business, or you're starting your own business, and you're watching this, then I know I'm doing my job. So will you. So that's what I can help you with as well. Okay, number 11, day spas and massage studios. Again, it comes down to a local business, health and wellness, right? Reviews, booking, customer relationship, all things you could benefit from there. Number 12, pet boutiques and groomers. All right. So again, a very niche service. So maybe you have a mobile groomer, right? Maybe you want to get more business for your mobile grooming business. And so, how do you compete with the salons who have a place on a map where customers can come to? It's going to come down to SEO, and there's some other things we can do to get you on Google Maps as well, even if you don't have a physical address. But you want to get higher in the rankings. And again, reviews are going to be a big part of that. So having an automated review process that automatically asks every customer for a review after you've closed out their invoice in your current purchase point of sale system, huge. Just ones though. Listen, it's a lot of these small little automations that help your business run more efficiently, help you do more with your time, and that little bit of boost in sales can make or break you, especially when you're just starting out. If I'm making sense to you, subscribe, hit the like. I don't know, actually, it's the first time I ever said that. I don't know why I'm saying that. What I'd really actually like you to do is get a hold of me if you'd like to work with me. You can click on the link in the description, okay? Number 13, hotels, inns, and luxury lodging. Okay, so, again, I'm reaching out to the small business owners, the independent business owners, the local businesses here. If you're a major chain, right? I saw Hotel Indigo. I saw some other major chains. Maybe you're franchise owned and you have a little bit of leeway as far as hiring for marketing. Feel free to reach out. But if you're running your own small bed and breakfast or something similar to that here in Del Mar, or maybe you have an Airbnb that you've got off the platform and you're trying to run your own booking, dealing directly with customers, avoiding the fees of Airbnb, doing a better job of filtering and improving the customers, right? It's a little bit more profitable. If you can book direct, you need your own website for that. You're going to need probably a payment system for that. And you're also going to want to make sure you show up in search results, right? So again, if these sound like things I can help you out with, let me know. Oh, it also mentions here an AI concierge. So instead of having it answer the phone calls for bookings, maybe I can help you implement an AI voice agent to handle requests by existing customers, right? Hey, maybe you manage a small multi-dwelling unit, and you might even be a landlord. This might even be helpful for landlords here. Maybe Del Mar doesn't have a lot of renters, but just throwing ideas out there, right? That this is something that will always answer the phone, can relay messages, right? We can take the text, transcribe it, send an email not just to you, but maybe to your maintenance person or people that help you out with those kinds of things. All small little things that help your business run more efficiently. Bike rentals, surf stores, and outdoor shops. Another very common thing here on coastal communities in San Diego in general. You want to rank SEO for brands. You want to also, when people are planning their vacation, right? This is where SEO comes in. You want them to maybe come to find your website. Choose ahead of time to book with you, or maybe you can get their email and offer them a 10% coupon. So when they arrive, they can come in and redeem that coupon, and boom, you've got an extra sale there. Outdoor shops, right? Number 15, wellness and holistic clinics. Again, falls more into that, like health and wellness / medical services. SEO is going to be huge. Reviews are going to be huge, as well as automated booking systems. So, and again, number 16, dental practices. It says cosmetic, family, orthodontist. I can imagine a dentist or doctor's office really benefiting from an AI voice agent, especially for booking appointments. Because again, if you have a smaller office and you have limited staff, taking one task off the table can free up your human resources, your personnel, your people, right? Your people, your employees, to focus on more important things. And they can, one last task for them to do here, they can focus on something more important there. Number 17, brow / lash studios and beauty services. You're going to be, like a lot of things on this list, you're going to be relying on repeat business. Building that customer relationship is important. Doing so through email and text messages is an easy and proven way, as well as also automating that request for reviews. So if you're in Del Mar and you've got a beauty studio, you do brows, you do lashes, and you need some help with that, just reach out. Number 18, event venues / private dining rooms. Okay, this is where SEO is going to come in big. This is where your appointment booking is going to come in big, as well as your reviews. And again, I know common themes, I'm repeating myself, but when it comes to local businesses, those things are so critical. All right, number 19, gift shops / coastal lifestyle boutiques. Again, niche products, right? Specific brands, you have a specific kind of customer you appeal to. It might be boheme, it might be, outdoorsy, it might be, that was a cool car, classic. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're ranking well for those specific keywords, for those brands, for those styles, for those lifestyles. And it's not just on-page SEO, it's technical SEO. I've repeated it before. I'll continue to repeat it because these are the things that matter. These are the things I can help you with. Okay, and finally, number 20, small specialty grocers. Okay, with a grocer, again, I would say customer relationship management is huge here. Having an updated email list or even a text message list to send out updates, new products. Maybe there's going to be a in-store demo, right? Maybe you're carrying a new trendy type of supplement, right? And you want to make sure your customers know you've got it first. Email and text message is a great way to do that. It's also a great way, as I've mentioned before, to shoot out promos and coupons, to drive some intermittent sales when things get a little slow. And of course, putting yourself on maps, right? And I don't just mean Google and Yelp. I mean all of them, right? And then that includes those in-dash navigation systems on all your vehicles. So guys, my name's Chris. I'm your marketing guy. If you want to hire me, click the link below. Thank you, Del Mar. It's been beautiful. And like I said, if you're a local business owner, you own a small business here in Del Mar, and you found this video because you're searching for a local marketing guy, then I'm doing my job, and this is working. Thanks.